we are still together. We have the folder structure already set in for our server. Now our application will reach here first, but after running the command here according to the docs as we have seen before, we need to run the command npm install to install the packages. Anyway, for the time being I can explain for you. Here we have the routes, index.js. This is the route which will be hit we have users. Now if you want anything related to users, this is the route which will be hit, and I'm going to talk about app.js. If you see the bin here calls this file which calls app, and now app is like our index.js if you are using node, pure node. Now here is where I'll name them, connection, everything is happening, and package.json. Here we have the dependencies, all that. All the dependencies are here, and after running npm install, you generate package log.json. Oh, my name just crashed. Need to give it a bit of time. A lot of tasks are running. Anyway, we are back. Your package log, this show exact versions installed. Can run npm update to ensure everything is up to date. Now if you check on package log, you have this option of running npm start, and we'll have our server up and running. I can open a new command line. I'll just use the existing one and run npm start. This will start our development server. Now the app here, for example, this is where our root server hits. For example, here we have function home directory. It called the index router, which is here in the routes. If we follow, you can realize we call the index router, which is there in the routes. Stroke users calls user routers. Now routes is where we will have all the functionalities. Now to get started, I'll create a new route and name it product. Okay, let me create, I want to have everything organized. Routes, I want to create admin route and user routes. Now for admin, let me just create a file, create a folder. We have the delete this folder. In the routes, I'm going to create admin .js. Now this one here will house all admin routes. For users, we already have these users. Now, according to our architecture as we described, flows are here. We send request to the server, we get the updated versions. Now to send request there are multiple methods: get, post. If you can do more research on that. For example, here get request is used to retrieve data. Put is request used to update data. Post is used for creating, and delete is used for deleting data. Now to organize codes, I'm going to introduce some two concepts of one, middleware, and okay, I'm going to introduce what's called middleware. Now this is folder where we'll have all our middleware, which means before having access to a certain route, we must verify some condition. And also, I'm also going to create a folder called controllers. Now in the controllers, here is where we are going to house the business logic of our application. Now we are going to connect our application with MySQL, so we need a server. So for MySQL to have all the tables, we are going to create a models. Now here we are going to house all our models, maybe user, admin, product. Every model represent an instance if we talk about object-oriented programming. So first of all, we are just going to get started. Let me check if this PM start to start the develop environment. Okay, I'm going to use nodemon npm install nodemon. Now we can check it is running. Import 3000. We can check our browser. Localhost 3000. Server should be up and running on port 3000. So port, there's something running on port 3000 currently. So it should first be stopped. Anyway, what's happening in our server? We establish connection in port. You can change this to port 4000. Now npm start. This will start our development server on port 4000. Anyway, I install nodemon to ensure. See, now we have nodemon there to ensure everything server doesn't stop. While we are still working on it.